What's going on, New York Yankees fans? Welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button so you get notified when the live stream pops or video drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Hope you guys are doing well. The Yankees won a series against a winning team. Not just a winning team, but a team leading their division, the Oakland Athletics. Series beforehand, the Blue Jays series, they were third place. Now they're fourth, obviously, because we're rising up a little bit. Now we get a win against a more established team. Series win, 2 out of 3, and I'm happy with that, especially with the power coming out of the offense late in the game. Bullpen doing the job. We'll talk about it, but obviously we have to get over the negatives first. Game 1 wasn't a pretty game. Towards the end, no offense, stuff like that. Let's go over the chronological events. Matt Olson, who is one of the league leaders in home runs, crushed one to right field. A's take an early lead, 1-0. Then 2 innings later, Mark Canha extends the lead with his own RBI single. Then in the bottom half, it seems like it's always bad luck for some reason. I'm not saying DJ's a bad player, but every time he hits a homer, something has to happen. Like either we lose, this, that, the other thing. With that being said, he tied the game with a 2-run shot to right field. My really annoyance with the first 2 games of this series is that both starters failed to go 5 innings. We had to rely on the bullpen no matter who was pitching, whether it was Ludge, Sessa, Peralta, Loaizaga, whoever. First 2 games, they can't even go 5 innings. It's going to be, thank God. Just thank God we have the rest day. Before we go versus the Royals, who just came off of a series against the Boston Red Sox, I think they actually won. So that's going to be interesting to prove to Red Sox fans who probably talk trash. Oh, we swept you guys. Yeah, but you lost the Royals, who are probably one of the worst teams in the league, probably. With that being said, from there, Ruben Odor hit a rocket into the right center field bullpen. 3-2 Yankees from the bottom of the 5th, and then the top of the 6th, Ben Revere 2.0 strikes. For the first time, one of many times in the series, he hits a homer to right field. It's a 3-run shot, 5-3. Wandy Peralta was in at the time, gave up the 3-run shot. Then Ludge and Sessa finished out very nicely for both of them. And the Yankees, 0-2 with runners in scoring position, have 2 hits that are not home runs with Judge and Urshela. And my annoyance, other than the fact that the first 2 games of just using the bullpen a lot because the starters didn't go 5 innings, Wandy Peralta, they have to stop relying on him. One of the recent outings, he didn't even pitch an inning, couldn't even get an out. I think it was the stadium. And then this one where he basically gives up the lead. I don't care what his records say. I don't care what the analytics say. I don't care what that says. He's not a good pitcher. He's not. I don't know what his opposing batting average is. 5.32 ERA, that's not good. My book, it's not good. He's been very inconsistent of late, and I'm going to do a video soon of who won the Talkman trade. Now, there might be apparent signs to people, but we'll talk about that different video. But they need to stop relying on Peralta. In my opinion, you could go Loaizaga, you could go Ludge, you could go Sessa because he's done better in the last couple of games. You could also go Britton Chapman, once Britton is fully healthy. He's not totally there yet in terms of working back from the surgery and whatever, but hopefully he gets there sometime soon. With that being said, let's go to Game 2. Another game where the starting pitcher didn't go 5 innings. Once again, that was Domingo Germán. A lot of people kind of frowned upon him early in the game because he didn't do that well. I'm not a guy to really shit on a player, lack of better words, because a lot of people came into this year hating on him, truly hating on him, and I'm not saying, critiquing him or whatever, because of the whole scandal of the domestic abuse and stuff like that. That's not going to be the topic of this video, but I'm just telling you what the fans reacted like. There was a couple of fans on Twitter with that reaction. With that being said, he didn't do that great. 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 home runs, giving up a 4.17 ERA. The first homer he gave up was to Ben Revere 2.0, Tony Kemp. He took Domingo Germán deep, put the A's on the board 1-0. And then a couple of innings later, Giovanni Urshela, thank God he's okay. He obviously contributed later in the game. He into a double play, but got bat splinters into his eye. I have never even seen that before in baseball because it should be refined wood. But obviously stuff happens when the bat breaks, and I guess he got some splinters in his eye. He wasn't taken out of the game, obviously, once again, because he produced later in the game. We'll talk about that. Matt Chapman extended the lead with a solo shot, 2-0 there. Then Giovanni Urshela, coming back from that splinter, knocks the first Yankee run in with an RBI single. Then Odor strikes out, leaving 2-1 in a game-tying situation. I mean, I'm pretty much done with Odor at this point. I know it's kind of a short leash to some people, but he's a home run or bust guy. He doesn't get base hits. He doesn't get doubles, whatever. He doesn't get extra base hits. He doesn't get walks. He doesn't get stuff like that. He's just a home run or bust hitter. And Brian Cashman, in my opinion, should have done a better job this offseason, or I should say last offseason, of getting lefty hitters. That way we didn't have to trade for Odor, and he still has a chunky contract. So we'll talk about that another day. But Matt Olson extends the lead with a 2-run single. I believe this was in the 5th inning. I believe it was. Actually, no, it was in the 4th inning. Maybe one of those two. I forget, honestly, at this moment. Herman fails the last 5 innings. Nestor Cortez, someone who has been flip-flopping from different teams, and he was with the Mariners, I believe, last year. The year before that, the Yankees, a little bit up and down the minor leagues. Great job by him. A big league relief performance. 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a 1.46 ERA since being called up to the big leagues once again. Then, credits to the man of Gary Sanchez, someone who I've been critiquing of late, someone who I need to see more consistency out of before I say he's an all-star or that he's having a great season. Honestly, people are saying that right now. That's going to be revealed, at least my thoughts on the Boys in the Big Apple podcast. Sean and Luca will be there. But credits to him, the last couple of games, June, he's hitting over 300. So, shout-outs to him. He had a solo shot in the 6th inning. Then Clint Frazier, just overall, he has a 2-double day, which honestly kind of shocked me that, going back to the Blue Jays series where he had that pinch hit double, I'm surprised that he didn't get more opportunities. With that being said, he got 2-3 games in this series, and I'm happy with his performance as of right now, or at least coming from this game. So he had a 2-double day. Aaron Judge puts the Yankees within 1 in the 7th inning with an RBI single, and then Stanton has his own RBI single opposite way, 4-4. And then the most production out of Giovanni Urshela, hits a home run, unties the game 5-4 at that point in the 8th inning. Then a 2-run RBI single for DJ LeMahieu. And then we go to the 9th inning, which was pretty interesting. The home plate umpire was very inconsistent all day. The other team, the Athletics, they weren't even liking his strikes and ball calls. Some were outside, some were, a strike, some were, it was inconsistent. I mean, someone would have to go back and look at the tracks of where the pitches were and where he was calling them. It wasn't a good strike zone, but especially he was getting so tight in the 9th inning that Aaron Boone got ejected. And I like to see Boone fired up. I'm tired of people making these excuses. And people saying that also the ejection was forced. Doesn't make any sense there. You have to get fired up over that because the umpire's not giving you shit. And you could tell Sean Barber, the home plate umpire, wanted the confrontation. He said, you know what? Let me throw you out right here. Because Boone literally said 1 to 2 words after he said enough, and he just went like this. I mean, you want that ejection, and you want Boone to get a fine. Obviously, because you're an MLB umpire, you have an inconsistent strike zone, and also to note that you don't get punished or have to answer any questions. With that being said, Ramon Lorano makes the 9th inning more interesting with an RBI single. It's 7-5 in the 9th, and then a come-from-behind victory. Overall, good win for the Yankees, come from behind, not just lagging, the last couple of innings, the low energy. No. They came in with the hard energy, 7th, 8th inning. Great job by them. Let's go to Game 3, which obviously was the series-deciding game. Obviously, an anticipated southpaw matchup between Sean Manaea and Jordan Montgomery. Manaea did pretty well other than obviously getting the loss due to the Gary Sanchez 2-run double, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Not a bad stat line. He struck out 11 Yankees, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5.1 innings pitched, 3 hits. With that being said, Jordan Montgomery didn't do bad himself, other than the fact that he gave up the only run, and it was a home run to Matt Olson. They took an early lead 1-0. Then he was pretty much solid once again after a walk and a single. In the 6th inning, he was taken out, 5.1 innings pitched. I'm happier that he got more out of himself, for lack of better words, than Herman and Tyon did, because he went 5.1 innings pitched. The other 2 starters didn't even go 5, which is honestly a little disappointing because Herman was expected to be good, and then Tyon was expected to be something this year, but once again, the reliance on the bullpen will obviously catch up to them. With that being said, though, the rest day is coming, so once again, good for them on that aspect. Then the Yankees take the lead with a Gary Sanchez double. It's actually a double, and then he advances on the throw home. That's not a triple for anyone who's trying to score that. And also, the ending was phenomenal. I'm going to say that right now. The ending was phenomenal. I said to my brother, it was after the pitch was a ball in the one at bat. I think it was Chapman or whoever hit into that triple play. I'm like, there's going to be a triple play right here. Watch. And then after the triple play, I said, I effing called it. I called it. It's a triple play. And great way to end it. Unfortunately, Chris Gittens was optioned, which is something, I'm not happy about, but at the same time, he's going to get more reps in the minor leagues. I guess DJ LeMahieu is going to be the first baseman until Luke Voigt comes back from Somerset and Scram Wilkes-Barre doing the rehab assignments there. Bullpen does the job. Loizaga, Ludge, and Chapman scoreless, and no really complaints from there. So hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, before the All-Star break, we see consistency out of this Yankee lineup. Hopefully, Gary Sanchez does not stop his great hitting. Once again, I've been very hard on him for a good reason within the last couple of weeks because of his hitting, because of the effort and stuff like that, but he's really put on a show the last 2 to 3 series. Going back to the Phillies series with the home run, going back to the Blue Jays series, we had 2 home runs in 3 games, and obviously the A's series where he hit very well. So shouts to Gary Sanchez, man. Hopefully you continue this streak. Hopefully the starters get a grip, and I'm not saying, the starters are bad or anything, but I would like the starters to go at least 5. I don't know how many off days we have within the next couple of days other than the Monday, but going into the All-Star break, we're probably not going to have that many off days if we have any. So the bullpen really has to be saved for dire situations and not, it's 1-0. The starter's not going to go 5 innings. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification button so you get notified when the live stream pops or video drops. Boys in the Big Apple, 8:10 p.m. Follow the Twitter. Follow the social media of the Big Blue in the Bronx YouTube channel. That should be in the description. Come back for more videos, guys. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully talk to you sometime soon. Videos throughout the week. See you later. Peace out and stay cool.